Hello, my name's David Lewis. I'm the head of mortgage services at Bradley's Estate Agents. Clearly, the last few weeks have been very difficult for most of us. It's been very testing, not being able to see our loved ones and our friends and have a normal life. Being locked down at home has been very, very difficult indeed for many. However, it does seem that there may be some light at the end of the tunnel. Boris Johnson, returning from work after his personal bout of coronavirus, indicated in his first address to the UK that it may be possible to start considering some lifting of the lockdown restrictions in the coming weeks. And of course, we look forward to further announcements in that regard. With that in mind, I thought it might be a good idea to look at the mortgage marketplace so that when we do come out of the lockdown, we're all best placed to make sure that we can look to make that move that we want to make with a minimum of fuss and bother in terms of arranging our finances. There's been a lot in the news, social media, newspapers and on the television about mortgage lenders putting restrictions in place in terms of what they were prepared to lend. And indeed that is the case. However, please don't get carried away with the notion that this was about the lenders running scared of a property price crash or difficulties within the market. Nothing could be further from the truth. It really was just a case of logistics. Clearly, lenders have many staff involved in the processing of mortgage applications across the UK, dozens, often hundreds of staff sitting in office space around the country processing our mortgage applications. And with the social distancing measures currently in place and a responsibility to keep their staff safe, clearly lenders had to change the way they operate. With that in mind, many staff were furloughed, meaning they simply didn't have the bums on seats necessary to process our applications. Software and hardware was needed to be purchased and installed, and people would need to be set up to work from home so that the flow of applications could resume once more. Some lenders have now returned to normal lending practice. Others are slowly lifting their restrictions, and the flow of mortgage applications is once more gradually increasing, and we look forward to a time in the not too distant future when most, if not all, lenders will have returned to their normal lending and processing practices. So where does that leave us when the lockdown restrictions end? Essentially, I rather feel that lenders will be lending as usual. Clearly their stock in trade is lending us money to buy the properties that we want to buy and refinancing the homes that we already own. And mortgage lenders will want to maintain their market share and their strength in the UK marketplace. And the only way they can do that is by ensuring that they are open for business, which I can assure you they very much are. Likewise, here at Bradley's, we're also open for business and look forward to returning to some kind of normality when the restrictions are eased. We have a team of advisors who work across the whole of the mortgage marketplace to make sure that when you are looking at refinancing your home or when those lockdown restrictions are lifted and you're looking at making your next move, we can access the whole marketplace to make sure that your next mortgage is absolutely the right one for you and is as competitive as it can possibly be. So we welcome your contact, look forward to meeting with you and speaking with you when you need your next mortgage advice. But in the meantime, remember the mantra from the UK government: stay home, protect the NHS, save lives. Above all, stay safe.